Welcome to The American Legends, the channel where history isn't just told, it's brought to life. Where forgotten heroes rise again and extraordinary lives unfold before your eyes. If you believe history is more than dates and names, if you believe in courage, rebellion, and change, then you're in the right place. Because today, we uncover the life of the woman who dared to run for president before women could even vote. In a time when women had no voice, no vote, no power, one woman dared to stand up, not just against society, but against the entire system. A woman born into poverty, raised among chaos, surrounded by scandal, yet driven by a fire that could not be extinguished. She would go on to challenge the most powerful nation in the world, to speak truths that others feared, and to demand equality when even the idea seemed impossible. Her name? Victoria Woodhull. Victoria Woodhull entered the world on September 23, 1838. In the quiet yet unforgiving town of Homer. But there was nothing quiet about the life she was born into. Her father, Reuben Buckman Claflin, was a man of schemes and deception, a traveling con artist, a manipulator who sold miracle cures, often fleeing towns just before the truth caught up. Her mother, Roxana Claflin, was deeply spiritual, claiming visions, believing she could communicate with unseen forces. To outsiders, the family was strange. To young Victoria, this was normal. But beneath the chaos, something powerful was forming. A mind that observed everything. A spirit that refused to break. Instead of classrooms, Victoria's education came from the road. Her family traveled from town to town, performing as spiritual healers. She learned to stand before crowds, to speak with conviction, to hold attention. Even as a child, people listened when she spoke. But this life came with a cost. There was instability, poverty, and constant judgment from society. Yet, unknowingly, this unusual upbringing was preparing her for something far greater. At just 15 years old, Victoria married Canning Woodhull, a decision that would shape her life in ways she could never imagine. Her husband was a physician, but also an alcoholic. Their marriage quickly turned into hardship. Financial struggles, emotional pain, and the weight of responsibility fell on her shoulders. She gave birth to 2 children, including a son with special needs. And in a society where women had no independence, she was expected to endure. But Victoria refused. She chose divorce, a scandalous act in the 1800s. People whispered, criticized, judged her harshly. But she walked away anyway, because deep inside, she knew she was meant for more. In the late 1860s, Victoria made a bold move to Wall Street, a world dominated entirely by men, a world that had no place for someone like her. But Victoria wasn't alone. By her side was her sister, Tennessee Claflin. Together, they did the unthinkable. They opened a brokerage firm. Men laughed at them, mocked them, called them a joke. But soon, the laughter stopped because the sisters were making money and gaining power. With support from powerful figures like Cornelius Vanderbilt, they became symbols of something new: women in control of wealth. Victoria wasn't satisfied with money. She wanted change, real change. She launched Woodhull and Claflin's Weekly, a publication unlike anything America had seen. She spoke openly about equality, women's rights, labor justice, and controversial ideas like free love. She even introduced America to the works of Karl Marx. Her words were bold, fearless, and dangerous, because she wasn't just speaking, she was challenging the system itself. Then came the moment that would define her legacy. In 1872, Victoria Woodhull announced her candidacy for President of the United States. Under the banner of the Equal Rights Party, she became the first woman in history to run. Her platform demanded equal rights, women's suffrage, social reform. Her campaign shook the nation, and her running mate? The legendary Frederick Douglass. America was divided. Some saw hope, others saw chaos, but no one could ignore her. Just days before the election, Victoria exposed a major scandal, and for that, she was arrested, charged with obscenity, silenced, locked away. On election night, while the nation voted, Victoria Woodhull sat in a jail cell. But even there, she had already made history. After years of controversy, Victoria left America. She moved to London, where she found a new beginning. She married again, lived a more stable life, and continued advocating for change. She invested in properties, lived comfortably, and remained influential in intellectual circles. Victoria Woodhull's life was filled with extremes, from poverty to wealth, from scandal to respect. While exact numbers remain unknown, her wealth came from stock market success, publishing ventures, and elite connections. She owned properties in both America and England, but her true legacy wasn't money, it was change. Victoria Woodhull didn't just live a life, she challenged an era. She proved that even when the world says you can't, one voice can say, I will. If this story moved you, like this video, comment what you think about her legacy, and subscribe to the American Legends. Because history is not just the past, it's the story of those who dared to change the future. The American Legends, where legends never die.